Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Paradigm Woods and Irons from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Jackson, and this is your Golf Central update. Well, the PGA Tour heads to Colonial Country Club in Fort Worth, Texas, which has played host to the Charles Schwab Challenge since 1946, making it the longest-running event on the PGA Tour held at the same location. Colonial was designed by Perry Maxwell, who also designed Southern Hills, which hosted the PGA Championship last year. So with more from the Lone Star State, let's hear from Amy Rogers.
Thanks, Anna. Well, world number one Scottie Scheffler will be the first to admit that last week's PGA Championship at Oak Hill, it wore him out. But he said, that's the nature of playing in major championships. And yet, the world's top-ranked player is here in the field this week competing in the Charles Schwab Challenge after finishing in a share of runner-up last week at Oak Hill. Victor Hovland, who also finished runner-up, is here in the field competing as well. And they're part of a group of top-ranked players that made the trip from Oak Hill here to Colonial Country Club, well aware of not just the challenges of playing the week immediately following a major, but some of the benefits as well.
Well, I think the majors definitely kind of sharpen your focus, just because the golf courses are so challenging and you have to be on for all 18 holes. Anytime you lose focus out there, you tend to get punished for it pretty good. So that's kind of, I think, where the wear down factor comes from, just from being at such a high level of focus. And that's the type of energy that I'm trying to bring to more of the regular tour events, just that intensity for all 4 days, not just when you're in contention or not just when I'm playing really well, just bringing that intensity to every shot, whether it's the first tee shot tomorrow morning or a shot in the playoff like it was last year. So bringing that same intensity, and I think the majors is a good way to kind of train my brain to do that same sort of thing.
The benefits are the course feels easier. I don't know, it's tricky. Like after Augusta, I didn't have my game at Augusta, and then you go try to play that course for 4 days and find it, and that's just not ever really going to work too well. And you end up being so spent from the chase that I got to Hilton Head and I just didn't want to be there, and I wanted to just go fix what I needed to work on. I just knew I needed a bit of time, and as much as missing that cut drove me crazy, it was nice to have a couple days to just be by myself and work on some stuff with my coach and just get to tinker a little bit and feel right again by the next week. But the benefits of it at times are you almost like in a good way let your guard down. You learn so much in majors. Last week I learned so much about what I need to improve on, not just physically but mentally, and I think this provides a great opportunity to work on those things. Everything's under such a microscope at a major for yourself that you see where you got exposed, and you can put that to good use immediately, having this event for me right after that.
I think for me, I try to kind of just take each week as itself. I try to prepare just for this event and not really think about next week or last week. Just try to be as prepared as I can be tomorrow when I tee off. And so, I think it can be challenging at times, but it's something that, that I think the longer that I do this, the more I realize how present you have to be for each week.
I think the biggest challenge is getting yourself to, you just put so much effort, right, to try and peak for 4 weeks. You don't want the letdown of taking it too easy the next week. But a biggest benefit is, I feel, and typically after a major, you feel as sharp as you can feel. Going in and feeling like I got better each round last week makes me pretty confident about continuing that trend this week. I would have loved for the PGA to be this week and Colonial the next week, just so I had that extra time to feel this way about last week. But it's in the past, and coming to a place where I can hopefully press on the gas pedal and kind of get back to where I felt like I was 3 or 4 weeks ago, which was on a really, really nice trend upwards as we head into, a couple more majors.
An injury update on Jordan Spieth, who did have his left wrist still taped when he met with the media here during his press conference on Wednesday afternoon. He said he's really taking it week to week in terms of how he's feeling, if he'll be able to compete. He said that he was diagnosed with a moderate grade tendon sheath tear, and it is a condition that, if it isn't addressed, can get worse. So he said if he does start to feel worse at all, to feel any pain, that he is going to stop playing immediately. But in order to avoid getting to that point, he said he's receiving manual therapy on his wrist and is taking Advil. But he said the specialists that he spoke with are comfortable with him playing, so he said, hey, why not? You know, let's get out there and play. So that's exactly what he's doing here this week at Colonial. Anna?
Lovely, thanks, Amy. Well, Michael Block will tee it up this week at the Charles Schwab Challenge. Plays with former Texas star Pearson Coody and Min Woo Lee. And Block joined Damon Hack and Eamon Lynch on Golf Today.
And the man of the hour, Michael Block, joins us now from Colonial. Great to spend some time with you. So MJ texts you. He saw something in the way you love the game. What did you text him back?
Hey, Damon, hold on one second. Did you just say I have Ryder Cup points?
You didn't know you got Ryder
true?
Cup points? You're on the radar, Blocky.
Oh, wow. That's just cool. I can't even manage being on the team, much less I just got some points. I never in my life thought that'd be something I'd hear out of anybody's mouth. But thanks for letting me know that. That's really, really cool. But, yeah, no, getting a text from Jordan, I mean, just having him in my contacts is pretty cool. And he's invited me out because I did request. I said, hey, I need to spend one of those 36-hole days out with you, and he said anytime. So I'm definitely going to make that happen.
The rumor has it that a lot of people also want to get their hands on that 7-iron you made the ace with, Michael. Is it for sale? And if it is, what's the price?
The original email that I got was $30,000, and I kind of half-jokingly said I'd hand-deliver it for $50,000. I mean, I'm like, not even believe it that I'd even say that, but yeah, so now quite a few people have been asking for it, and my main goal, honestly, is for it to end up in the right hands, so a lot of PGA professionals have the opportunity to see it, and when I'm long and gone.
Michael, you said a lot of cool things have happened to you in the past week. What's the strangest thing that's happened to you in the past week?
It's just on a daily basis now. I told a couple of people, but I mean, I come through the gates here in Texas. I have no idea. I just landed, came over, and I was going through the gates, and the 5 gentlemen at the front gate here getting into Colonial started yelling and screaming block party as I drive away. And I go, wow, this traveled out in New York. So the gentleman making me an omelet yesterday gave me knuckles, and it's just these, people are just coming out of the woodworks for that. I can't believe they know me, and for people to know me now is really a surreal item for me, and I'm trying to get used to it, and I'm just trying to have fun with it.
Well, Michael, you beat the Masters champion by 6, you beat the reigning US Open champion by 5, and you beat the defending PGA champion Justin Thomas by 11. What does it feel like to know at 46 you can hang with the best in the world? And how many guys are there out there like you who are teaching for a living who can do the same thing?
I've been fortunate enough to play in a number of events, and I've been able to beat a lot of big names in the past, so that wasn't that new for me. Beating that many people in the same tournament, that was definitely new. But I've had a lot of friends back in Orange County that are on tour that I play with that I've had the opportunity to possibly get in their pocket here or there, and so that's given me a lot of confidence when I do come out to these events. But yeah, it's crazy that week even happened, and that I ended up finishing 15th, and I don't think I would have made that putt on 18 if I knew what was at stake on that.